Hello class, my name is Robert Kitchen. I'm 27 years old and was born and raised in Pennsyltucky. Oh wait, I mean Pennsylvania. Most people call Pennsylvania Pennsyltucky because of how farmish it is. I did grow up on a farm in the middle of nowhere, which was kind of a cool thing, I guess, comparatively to where I am today. It's nice being, to live out in the middle of nowhere. Um, some of my more peaceful days just running around fields and stuff. It was pretty awesome. So knowing a little bit about myself, I also have a lovely family. I have a wife, Anne. We've been married for almost 7 years. Actually, next month in June will be 7 years, which is kind of crazy. She is a full-time mom. She is prior Air Force. She was a staff sergeant before she got out. She was a meteorologist, which is kind of neat, or it can be kind of crazy when you're in the car and she's like, "Oh, look at the cloud," and I'm like, "Is it raining?" And then she gives this long spiel about what kind of cloud it is. It's kind of weird. I have a son, Landon. He's age 5. He's real crazy and likes to run around and do the usual 5-year-old stuff. He just learned how to swim, which is kind of a big deal and kind of neat. As he gets older, we get to participate more in his activities and watch him grow. So between a full-time job and my crazy little family, I have a few hobbies I like to do. I like to do a lot of stuff that has to do with music. I like to play the guitar. I actually have 5 guitars. You can usually find me when we're just sitting around the house. I have 2 acoustics. I just kind of lay them around the house, and you'll just see me pick one up and just start to play a little jingle or something. Or my son will come over and he'll pick one up, and I kind of teach him how to strum the strings or hold his fingers or anything to kind of just teach him how to play the guitar. It's kind of fun for me. I am currently actually learning how to produce music. I bought an iMac 2 years ago and started learning how to actually build music with inside, with inside a, it's called Pro Logic Tools. And inside there I can do anything between making beats and crazy symphonies, and it's kind of interesting. It's fun stuff. I also like to do a lot of sporting activities. I'm a huge Steelers fan, being from Pennsylvania. My whole family, they're all die-hard Steelers fans. You probably couldn't come into my house on a Sunday and not see a TV turned on to the Steelers game. And if you showed up to my house not wearing a Steelers jersey, you would probably be casted out and never allowed in my house ever again. So every Sunday you can find my family and myself watching the Steelers games. Living in California, it's kind of hard to catch a lot of them. But the cool thing is I actually went to a local bar and they have a Steelers Nation club where they all gather. There's about 150 of them. They all show up and watch the games together, which is really nice and kind of reminds me of home. Other than that, I really enjoy to do golfing. You can find me on a golf course quite often. I try to get out there as much as possible. I just played last week and got really sunburnt, so bad that my forehead is peeling and it would look kind of gross. That's why I'm actually not on camera. Other than that, I like to snowboard. Being living in Northern California, they have Lake Tahoe, which has probably some of the best snowboarding in the world, other than really Utah or major parts of Europe. It's kind of nice, and Squaw Valley did hold the Olympic Games, and I think it was in the late 80s, which is kind of cool. So we go up there about once a month, and I think they'll be open all the way till June. So they got 700 inches of snow this year. So when you can't find me watching the Steelers game or out golfing, you'll most likely find me at my job. And at my job, I joined the military in 2004, which is a crazy little idea of mine. I wanted to get out of my small country town. Actually, I didn't live inside the town. I lived on a farm, of course. I wanted to get out of the area. I was not like the rest of my family and didn't want to grow up being a farm boy. It just wasn't kind of my thing. So I also Um, Once I graduated high school, I went to college. I was there on a baseball scholarship, and so happened to be after 2 years, my grant had ran out, and baseball was kind of coming to an end, and I really didn't have money to go to school anymore. So I moved home for 2 months, and that's when I decided to join the military. My job, I am a cyber systems operations, which is 3DO X1 or X2. I really, it's a different career field for me. We build servers for the IT department. So anything you do with inside on the network, on an Air Force base, or even some of you guys in a major college or anything like that, that would pertain to me. So say if you would, anytime you get email or go out to the web, those servers that handle all that information comes through my shop. Um, I also create all the user accounts, so any of you out there who get on to check their email and stuff at work, your account originally came through probably someone in my shop, if you were at my base. And the big part of our job is customer service. Customer service is the long part. You get the customer that calls in and says, "Hey, my computer's not working. I don't know why." And you have to sit there and troubleshoot with this customer and figure out why their computer isn't working. And I will say that 6 times out of 10, if you ask them to check the plug to make sure they didn't step on it and unplug it, it most likely probably became unplugged somehow. That's what happens with a lot of customer support type stuff. Well, since my job is pretty tasking and I manage to keep up, my family keeps me partially sane throughout the day, and golfing kind of gives me that zen away from everything that I need. So I'm always a busy man. This is my last class for my 2 CCAF degrees, and hopefully with getting these 2 degrees it'll give me a fresh start towards something other than a military lifestyle. I have 9 years in and a little less than 2 years, and I'm looking to get out and just trying to finish up what I can before I do get out. So we went through and we did a little bit of an introduction of myself and my family. We looked through all my hobbies, what I like to do, my music. It's probably the biggest thing in my life right now other than my family. The sports that I love, my military career, what I do and what I'm looking forward to in the future. And I would just like to thank everyone for listening to me, and hopefully your ears are still attached after we're all done. Thank you.